NBA lives and dies on trust. Trust that the game is fair, that the contracts are real, that championships are earned. But what happens when that trust is broken? Right now, Kawhi Leonard and the Clippers are under investigation for secret payments that can unravel not just a season, but the very foundation of the NBA itself. In April of 2022, Kawhi Leonard's LLC called KL2 Aspire signed a 4-year endorsement with the company called Aspiration. On paper, Aspiration was a climate finance startup, a company that sold carbon credits and marketed itself as an environment-friendly company. But an investigator, reporter Pablo Torre uncovered internal documents that suggested Kawhi's deal wasn't basically a no-show contract. He was supposed to be promoting the brand, but there's little evidence he did of anything for the money. Yet the company agreed to pay him $28 million. Here's where things get a little tricky. The Clippers and even the owner, Steve Ballmer, poured huge amounts of money into Aspiration around the same time. We're talking tens of millions of dollars for carbon credits, sponsorships, and investments. To Torre and many fans, it looks like a money loop. Clippers cash gets into Aspiration, and Aspiration then follows massive payouts to Kawhi. But the Clippers deny this. They say all of their payments were legitimate sustainability purchases for the Intuit Dome, the new arena that has been built for the Clippers. But the overlap in timing raises a lot of serious red flags. And this could be dangerous. Here's why this matters. The NBA is built on a competitive balance. Salary caps, contract limits, max deals, they exist so that the richest teams can't just buy every superstar and be dominant forever. If Kawhi and the Clippers already managed to sneak in tens of millions of dollars throughout the outside of the company, that's just not bending the rules, that's breaking the entire system. It tells every other superstar, find the right billionaire owner, set up the right shell company, and the cap doesn't apply to you. If that happens, small market teams can't even compete, contracts don't mean anything, and the fans lose faith that championships are earned fairly on the court. This isn't just about the Clippers. It's whether the rules of the game still mean anything. And during the investigation so far, the league, what are they doing about it? The NBA really has finally done an investigation. And now, what are the possible punishments if the team is found guilty of salary cap circumvention? The league can hand down massive fines against the organization, loss of draft picks, and cripples the team's future, and in extreme cases, voiding contracts. Yes, that means theoretically speaking, Kawhi Leonard could legit become a free agent. And let's be clear, analysts think that the NBA is unlikely going to go that far. And come on now, let's be real. It's Adam Silver. The guy doesn't even do much in that way. But most likely, we see fines and a loss of draft picks. So much of the past tampering cases. Still, the fact that voiding Kawhi's deal is even being talked about shows how serious this legitimately could actually be. We're talking about Kawhi Leonard, for crying out loud. Steve Ballmer's role in this, let's really talk about that. He's not just rich. He's one of the richest men in the world, bro. This man is worth over $100 billion. He's also known to be on a hands-on type of NBA owner, which he's been since day one of taking over, the Clippers after that whole racist situation with Donald Sterling. But Ballmer says that the Clippers were dubbed by Aspiration, that they were just trying to do something good for the environment and got taken advantage of. But think about that for a second. Are we really supposed to believe that one of the sharpest tech billionaires on the planet was fooled by a struggling startup company? Now, come on, bro. You capping, for real. That he just happened to dump millions into the same company that was paying for his star player under the table. If Ballmer knew, he's complicit. If he did, then he lost control of his own organization. Neither option looks good. That's why this scandal is really scary. And for Kawhi and his reputation, Kawhi is one of the most unique players in NBA history. He's a 2 times Finals MVP, one of the best two-way players we have in this era of basketball. A guy who's led San Antonio and Toronto to championships. But in recent years, injuries have robbed him of consistency. He's played fewer and fewer games. Fans and even teammates have started to question his availability. Now on top of that, he's linked to a massive under-the-table deal. Instead of being remembered as a quiet superstar who just let his game do the talking, Kawhi is risking being remembered as a guy who cashed checks in he didn't even earn, both in terms of games played and possibly off the books money. Yikes, Kawhi. Inside the Clippers reports said that some are really actually too relieved that Kawhi could possibly be leaving. That says a lot about how tense the relationship with the franchise has really become. And don't forget, the Clippers went all in this season. They've got one of the oldest rosters literally in the NBA of all time. James Harden's in his mid-30s. Brook Lopez is aging. Nicholas Batum is not even getting that younger. Even John Collins, one of their few younger players, is still in his mid-20s. This was supposed to be the last big push, a veteran group making one more run for a title before that window slams shut. But now, instead of chasing rings, they might be chasing lawyers. Instead of celebrating wins, they could be bracing for lost draft picks and fines. A season that was supposed to be about redemption might end in a cautionary tale. Also connects us with Jalen Brunson and, his deal, because this scandal also makes people question Jalen Brunson and his contract. For example, in 2024, he signed a full-year, $156 million extension with the Knicks. This was a huge deal, but that part that made it a huge deal was that he left $113 million off the table. Compared to what he could have actually made is actually insane. Now Brunson says he did it, of course, to help keep guys like Karl Towns, Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby together. Makes a lot of sense. But once you see Kawhi's deal, you can't help but wonder if the NBA is looking harder into other situations like that as well. To be clear, really there's no evidence right now with Brunson if he broke any of the rules. It's really just speculation right now. But Kawhi's case makes you question how clean right now are these deals truly. And really looking at it from the bottom line, here's where we stand. The strongest evidence right now points out to the $28 million endorsement that suspiciously is extra salary. The Clippers deny wrongdoing. Aspiration's ex-CEO says it was real. The NBA is investigating until everything is fully covered, and so it's still alleged right now. But there's no mistake. If this is proven, this could be one of the biggest scandals in league history, because it's not just about Kawhi. It's not just about the Clippers. It's whether the rules apply to everyone or to only those who can afford to break them. And if the rules don't matter, then the NBA has a much bigger problem than just Kawhi Leonard. So what do you guys think? Should the NBA come down with fines and draft picks, or all this is just being really blown out of proportion? I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more basketball content each and every single week moving forward. The NBA season is soon approaching. I'm so excited to be back making videos consistently on the channel. Let's try to get this at least 15 likes. If you can do that for me, that would be dope. But have a great day. Peace.